Romney is effectively handling Rick Santorum with kid gloves. We have sound from him earlier this morning where he's talking about Santorum's endorsement and says, you know, our backgrounds are different, but basically doesn't go on the attack at all.
Oh, no, I would say that the Romney campaign is propping Santorum up here. They're doing everything but running ads on his behalf.
That's right.
They love the idea. They love the idea of Rick Santorum emerging as the conservative who does best, the true conservative who does best in Iowa, because what they would like to do is not only have Rick Santorum emerge from Iowa as the #1 or #2 or #3 person here, but also have him, because he's perceived as someone who can't win the nomination, that will lure Rick Perry and Newt Gingrich down to South Carolina. And for Romney, they want to try to replicate in South Carolina what they had here in Iowa, which was a split conservative vote, and that would allow Mitt Romney conceivably to win South Carolina as he may win Iowa with 26 or 27% of the vote. That's the ideal scenario for Mitt Romney.
No, it absolutely is, and it calls to mind what John McCain did in 2008. And the big assist to John McCain in getting a 32%, that was his margin in South Carolina. He had 32%. He beat Mike Huckabee by 3 points. The assist was Fred Thompson stayed in the race, got 15% of the vote. But the flip side of it is, let's remember two things about South Carolina Mitt Romney. In 2008, he only got 15% there. This guy got 25 in Iowa. This guy got 31 in New Hampshire. This guy won Michigan and almost won Florida, and he could only get 15 in South Carolina. And we talked about that 60% evangelical vote that's in South Carolina. That's the same number that's in Iowa. You think of South Carolina, Iowa, North, South, different states. The Republican universe in these primaries, caucus, very similar, and I think very potentially hostile to Mitt Romney. So if Santorum's the unified candidate.
When it comes to Iowa, I think there are actually two elections that I'm keeping an eye on. Who's in first place and who's in fourth place. So I'm looking at, is it going to be Romney or Santorum in first place? But almost as important, will it be Newt Gingrich or Rick Perry in fourth place? Because those are the two people who can actually beat Mitt Romney. I think John Heilman is exactly right. If Rick Santorum is the alternative, it is like the Washington Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay, Matt Lewis, you're talking about